welcome back to my channel. My name is Marina. So it is that time again. That time that is absolutely dreaded by pretty much anyone under the age of 19. It's back to school time! And today I am here to tell you a list of things that I wish that I could go back in time and tell myself. When I was in school, I was pretty much the biggest loser. I had black hair, I wore weird clothes, I was like the emo kid. Nobody was rushing to be my friend, that's for sure. Despite the fact that I was a big loser in school, I still went and I did competitive cheer, and it was really fun. I really liked it. Cheerleading was kind of like a thing that, you know, was reserved for the cool kids and the popular girls and the homecoming queen and blah 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 and all that crap. Well, I didn't care. It was fun. So I'm just gonna come out and I'm gonna tell you some things that I wish that I could tell myself. I'm about to tell you why Miss Homecoming Queen does not matter and why you should not care about where you are on the totem pole. Numero uno. These people do not matter. Miss Homecoming Queen and all of the popular kids that are running around in their expensive clothes, treating everybody like crap and acting like they're so much better than everyone, they don't freaking matter. I have not seen one of the popular girls in like forever. You don't see these people anymore. After you get out of school, they're just gone. They go off and they do their own thing. They all become CNAs and nurses and crap. You don't have to worry about them anymore if you're not at the top tier and Miss Popular and all of that, and those people are bothering you. Then just remember, as soon as you get out of school, they're gone. You never see them again, and that's the end of that. Number two, stand up for yourself. For the love of God, stand up for yourself. This is something that I still have a lot of trouble with today. When I was in school, because of the way I dressed, because of the music that I listened to, because of who my friends were, I got made fun of a lot. I did get bullied a couple times, but not, I think, to the extent that bullying has turned into now. I had some girls that, you know, that tried to beat me up and tried to pick on me and things like that. For the most part, I was just made fun of because I dressed differently than everyone else. I had dark hair, black hair. I listened to rock music. I was really at the bottom. Those people would just make me feel like crap. They would make me feel like I shouldn't even bother with, you know, life, all that crap. If you didn't do everything the exact same way as all of those popular girls did, then you were just crap. And I really wish that I could go back in time and tell all of them to just go on somewhere. It really made me feel like crap. I had a lot of just sad days where I would come home and just feel terrible about myself. It's not even the fact that I wasn't popular. It's not really that bothered me. It's just that because I wasn't popular, I was made to feel like I was nothing and that I was like a disease or something. If you are being treated like that, then just look those girls dead in the eye and tell them to just, you know what I'm gonna say. Do that. It's not right. Which leads me to number three, stop caring about being a loser. If you're at the bottom of the totem pole, you know, you're not super popular, or there's something about you that doesn't warrant a popular sticker on your forehead, screw that. Just do your own thing. If you're different, then be different. Enjoy being different. All of those popular girls from when I was in school, they were all freaking robots and they were all the same. If I could go back in time and go back to school, I would be different. I would be the same that I was and that I am. I wouldn't change what I wore or any of that, because screw it. Who wants to be a freaking cookie cutter copy? And number four, start caring about your grades. When I was in school, basically because of all of this being different, not, fitting in or whatever. I started to just not care anymore. I stopped caring about what my grades were. They all slipped and started dropping. I started to skip school, and I turned into a little rebel. That really messed a lot of things up for me. That is probably why I'm not a doctor or something right now. I am in college now, but it took me until I was, 20 or something to get my GED, and then it took me until just now, 7-8 months ago or something, to actually start college. Had I graduated on time and actually started school when I was supposed to, I would have already been graduated from college and, went on to do amazing things. But nope, here I sit. So do pay attention to your grades. They tell you all the time that this matters and this will mold your future and all of that, and I thought it was all crap when I was in school too, but it really does matter. Number 5, stop focusing on these boys. I did the same thing. I see it all the time now. I have a younger sister. I have younger cousins. I hear a lot about whose boyfriend did what. See a lot of tears because boyfriends broke up with people. It's really not worth your time. And you know what? If you do have a boyfriend and you've been together forever and you make it out of school and you stay together and you get married and or whatever you want to do, then that is fantastic. I love to hear stories like that. They are rare, but it does happen. Hopefully, if you do have a boyfriend and that's what you want, then that will happen for you. But for the most part, they are all little jerks and they will cheat on you with your best friend and all of that. Don't waste your time with that crap. Focus on something else. Go join a club or something. Number 6, if you are different, if you are at the bottom of the totem pole, if you wear black and the popular girls don't like that, or if you're not Miss Perfect Cheerleader or whatever, then freaking own it. If you are different, then be different. Nobody wants to be the cookie cutter. Own being different. Do your thing. Screw what anyone else thinks, because it does not matter. I'm telling you, it does not matter. It is not going to matter that Stacy and Brittany and Jessica were popular in school. It's not gonna matter that Betty was prom queen or whatever. She cannot put that on her college application. She cannot put that on her resume. It is not going to matter, any of it. I know it sounds crazy because when you're in school, that's pretty much your entire world is all of these people and all of this crap, but the second you leave school, it just all goes away and it does not matter at all, I promise. Number 7, try new things. Because of me being the big loser in school, there was a lot of stuff that I wanted to do that I couldn't do, or that I felt like I couldn't do anyway. I wasn't considered one of the genius kids, I stopped caring about my grades. I could have been a genius, I don't know, because I did not try. What I mean by that, it took me a long time to realize that just because I had black hair and just because I wore black, that did not mean that I could not go and do cheerleading. And finally I went and did it, but I wish that I would have done it the entire time I was in school. Instead, I came home from school and I sat on my butt and I watched The Price is Right or whatever, or I was skipping school. Try new things. Try everything, because you never know. You have no idea unless you try. So always try the new stuff. Side note, by try new things, I do not mean go and smoke a joint with Jeff behind the gym. Do not do that. Don't do dumb stuff. Number 8, don't stress over stupid things. When I was in school, it would have been one of the most embarrassing things in the world if I fell down in the hallway. Now I could be walking down the street in New York City and fall flat on my face and not give a crap. Don't stress if you trip over your shoelace, spill juice on your pants or whatever. Don't stress over that crap. Just laugh it off. That is something that I really wish I would have done instead of freaking out about constantly looking stupid, because I was so hungry to just be accepted by anyone, instead of constantly being worried about what's going to make me look stupid or whatever. I wish that I would have just been like I am now and just laugh at myself. I feel like it's like key to life is to be able to laugh at yourself. Number 9, you are not the person that anyone else says that you are. You are not who they say you are. You are not who they make you feel like. You are not that person. That is why I ended up just not caring about my grades, because where I was on the ladder, I felt like such crap for not being, perfect. I felt like crap for not having, expensive name brand clothes. I felt like crap for everything. At one point, I felt like crap because I saw that a lot of the popular girls wore black socks, and I didn't have black socks. I had white socks. I do wear black socks now. That's what I'm saying. Just, God, none of it matters. I cannot stress this enough. None of any of that matters. So if these popular people are making you feel like you're not good enough and that you're a loser and that, you're emo and whatever, if they're making you feel like crap, then just forget it. You are not that person. You are who you are. And if anyone has a problem with that, if anyone has a problem with the way that you dress or who your friends are or the type of music you listen to, that is not the type of person that you want to associate yourself with anyway. I'm going to tell a little story really quick. As I said, I was in competitive cheerleading for a lot of my high school time, and there was this one girl on the cheer squad with me who was popular, and she would actually talk to me and not make me feel like I was such a big loser. I need to get comfy. She would actually acknowledge that I existed and not treat me like crap just because of the way that I dressed or whatever. Finally, after forever of being in school and being completely ignored and made to feel like I'm nothing, I finally get invited to spend the night at a popular girl's house. I was so excited. I was like, oh my God, I'm doing it. I'm making it. Mama, watch me. I'm doing it. I pack up a bunch of stuff and I'm like, all happy. And my mom drives me over to her house. Her house was really nice because, of course, all of the popular people, their parents, had a bunch of money. They were all, freaking lawyers and doctors and dentists and whatever. I don't know what their parents did, but they had money. Her house is really nice. Her bedroom was actually in the basement part of her house. So this was really neat. She had, the entire basement to herself. There was a little living room area. Her bedroom was painted the exact color that I wanted my room to be, and that was this a pale lime green color. So the first little bit of me being at her house, we were just talking about things, and she was basically telling me what it was like to be popular. She had actually dated, I don't want to say he was the most popular guy in school, but he was definitely one of them. He was on the basketball team, blonde hair, blue eyes. Everyone thought he was cute. She told me about her relationship with him, and it was less than desirable. Let me tell you, he was a big jerk and some other things that I'm not going to go into detail about. And then I started to realize as time went by, she was really boring. I actually called my mom at 8 in the morning or something. The second that I opened my eyes, super early in the morning, I messaged my mom and I was like, come get me, please. And I left. It was not any type of big deal at all. Was not what I was expecting. It wasn't anything to be excited about. And here I had thought, I made it. I was actually going to maybe get accepted into a small group of the popular kids, and no, that did not happen. It was just extremely boring, and that was actually when I started to realize that I really shouldn't care if I'm popular or not. they were actually pretty boring people. So after this occasion that I stayed the night at her house, the popular girl and I also ended up going to, it was like the fair or something. It was like some type of thing like that. I went with her, and again, it was extremely freaking boring. But since I did that, I had saw that one of her friends, another popular girl, had posted on Facebook a group of them was going to meet at the fair again, or whatever it was. The girl that I had stayed the night with was commenting and talking about how she would be there and everything, and this other girl just threw in, just had to remind her to not bring any lames because it would ruin their reps. Like, I did not want to be friends with these people after that. Like, they're real losers in the situation. Finally, number 10, enjoy your time in school. I'm sure it feels like forever. It did for me, but it does end. The time goes by very quickly once you look back on it. That's where all of the excitement is. It's not really fun being in the real world. You get to go every day and you get to see your friends and they feed you. You know, it actually gives you something to do, and it's something productive. That was actually like the main reason that I wanted to go to college and everything. If I'm not learning something, then basically I feel like I'm wasting my time. Enjoy your experience in school and don't ruin it for yourself. This is something that I used to do all the time. I think a lot of people do it. If there was a situation like something didn't go my way, like had this outfit planned out perfectly and then I realized that the dog chewed up my shoe, I would literally just mope and try to make it brutally obvious to everyone around me that I was upset, and I would sit there and pout, and everybody would be like, oh, come on, let's just go, you can do this and it'll be fun and you'll feel so much better. And I was like, no, I don't want to go anywhere. I'm just gonna sit here and feel bad for myself and blah blah blah. Don't do that. Let me tell you why you shouldn't do that. One, because it just makes you look just, I don't even know how to explain it. It just makes you look dumb. It makes you look, I don't know. It just makes you look bad. Don't do it. Not only does it make you look bad, but it also makes it to where you're going to ruin your own experience. So what, the dog chewed on your shoe? Freaking throw on some other shoes and go and do something fun, you know? Like, don't sit there and mope about it and ruin your own time. You guys know that Hannah Montana song that's like life's what you make it or whatever? It really is. You're going to get out of life what you put into it. If you want to sit there and mope because your shoe got chewed up, you're just gonna ruin your time. That's more time that you're sitting there and pouting and actually trying to be miserable. That's less time that you could be off doing something fun and doing something that you enjoy. Don't ruin your experience. That's why I'm giving you this advice that I have. Normally I would say don't take advice from me, but with this whole high school thing, there are a lot of us that wish that we could have done it different. And right now you're there. You can do it differently. You don't have to feel like crap because the popular kids don't want to be friends with you. You don't have to feel like less of a person because you don't have name brand clothes. You don't have to feel like crap because you're not a cheerleader. You don't have to do that. You have the opportunity right now to own who you are, and you have the opportunity to be happy and enjoy your time, because I'm telling you, it goes quick and it'll be gone and then it's over. And then once it's over, all of the popular girls don't matter. It's done, it's cut, they are not super special anymore, and they're just normal people, and they go off and they become a nurse or a CNA. One of the two, almost always. No offense if anyone is a nurse, like, that's great, but it just seems like all of the popular girls from my school have ended up like being nurses. I'm not sure why that is. So I heard this quote the other day, and I'm not sure who it was that originally wrote it. They were talking about how, I'm sure you've heard this a lot, how you should not stress over things that you can't control. And that makes a lot of sense, right? Because if you can't control something and you're just like, whatever, and don't worry about it, then that's going to, relieve a lot of stress and just pointless negativity from your life. Then they go on to say that there are really only two things in life that we actually can control, and that is our own thoughts and our own actions. That's it. You can control the way that you think about something, and you can control the way that you react to it, and that's all. There is no reason to stress over pointless things. So that is all I have for you. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe and join the Waddle on Facebook, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!